You meet him in a game. Fortnite, you're 12 years old, he's 17. You don't think about that because why would you? He's fast, confident, the kind of player who makes everything look effortless. After a match, he sends a friend request. You accept. He adds you to a private Discord. You feel chosen. You tell a friend at school. She's jealous. None of them have heard his name yet. That changes. His real name is Samuel Burke. He's from Los Angeles. He started streaming when he was 14, just like thousands of other kids. He was talented, but not exceptional at first. He played Valorant mostly. He had maybe 2,000 followers when he added you. Nobody knew who he was yet. Your friend group didn't know who he was. Your parents had never heard of him. He was just this older kid who played well and seemed interested in you specifically, which at 12 feels like the most important validation in the world. You played together for hours. He complimented your aim. He said you had potential. He said you could make it to competitive play if you practiced. Nobody had ever told you that before. You practiced more after that. He starts getting famous. Slowly at first, a clip goes viral on TikTok. Then another. Then people are saying his name the way people say a name when they've just discovered something and can't believe they're only hearing it now. Romantic homicide, millions of streams, a deal with Interscope. You watch the follower count climb every week, and through all of it, he still messages you. He still calls you his favorite. You feel like you're holding a secret the rest of the world hasn't caught up to yet. You knew him before all this. That feels like something. The messages shift, not all at once, gradually, slowly, one step at a time, slow enough that you don't see the slope until you're already well down it. He asks about your day, then he asks about your body. He tells you that you seem mature for your age. You believe it. You want to believe it. He's older and famous, and he chose you specifically, and that means something. He asks questions your parents would call wrong. You answer them anyway. You don't want to seem young. You don't want him to stop. He asks for a photo. Just your face. Your hair. You send it. He says you're beautiful. He says it flat, the way someone states something true that lands in your chest. You're 12 and uncertain, and someone bigger is paying you specific, careful attention. He asks again. You send another. Then the next request is different. Not your face this time. Something else. You hesitate. Something moves at the back of your mind. Small, cold. You don't have a word for it yet. You're 12 and you've been raised to be polite, and he's been so gentle. But the feeling is there. You set down your phone. Your older sister picks it up. She doesn't ask. She just scrolls. You watch her face go through white, then a long silence, then red. She takes the phone. She blocks the number. She blocks the Discord. She blocks every account connected to him. You scream at her. You cry. You tell her she ruined everything. She doesn't yell back. She looks at you and says, his name is not going on your phone again. You slam your door. You cry for an hour. You think she destroyed something real and private and yours. You don't understand her response. You don't understand why she's so angry. She won't explain it clearly. She just says you're too young and he's too old, and that's the only explanation you get. You feel like she's treating you like a child, like she doesn't trust your judgment, like she doesn't understand that this was special. Your sister had her own secrets when she was your age. Your parents are stricter with you. Nobody ever asks you what you think about her decision. They just support her. They're angry too when she tells them, though she doesn't tell them everything. You hear them talking in the kitchen late at night. Their voices are low and serious. You catch fragments. You hear the word grooming and you don't know what that means. You hear contacted the police and your stomach drops. Nothing comes of it. No police show up. No formal report. It's just handled. It's just gone. She saved your life. You won't know that for 3 years. You stay angry for a while, then you forget, the way 12-year-olds forget things when the next thing arrives. School, friends, other games. The whole thing gets folded somewhere small and embarrassing. You don't talk about it. You barely think about it. When you do think about it, it feels like a misunderstanding now. Your sister was overprotective. He was just being friendly. You were being sensitive. Or maybe he was being inappropriate, but only a little bit. Only in the way that older boys sometimes are. That's just how things work when there's an age gap. You rationalize it down to nothing. You make it smaller in your mind until it fits into a box you can ignore. He keeps getting bigger. His EPs chart in 6 countries. His debut album peaks at number 13 on the Billboard 200. He plays Coachella. He tries a backflip on stage in front of thousands of people, face plants, and laughs it off, and the crowd loves him more for it. He announces the Withered World Tour. The tour starts in August 2025. His name is everywhere now. You see an interview once and hear his voice and feel something shift in your stomach. You close the tab. You don't sit with that feeling. You move on. Then September. You're on your phone on a Tuesday afternoon. A headline stops you. A body found in a Tesla trunk in Los Angeles. The car registered to him. You read the line twice. You set the phone face down. You sit there for a while. Then you pick it back up and read it again. The body had been there since April. Nearly 5 months! He'd been on tour the whole time. He was on stages across the country while that trunk sat in the summer heat on a street in the Hollywood Hills. Neighbors noticed a smell. Nobody formally reported the car for a month. Tow yard workers eventually called police. Officers opened the front trunk. 2 cadaver bags, severe decay. They couldn't determine the victim's gender at first. They identified her through a tattoo on her right index finger, red ink. Her mother confirmed the detail to a reporter before police had released it publicly. That was how they knew. Her name is Celeste. Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She was 14. She was 13 when she disappeared. She met him in 2021 through online gaming. A private Discord, the same door you walked through. You know how it started because you know exactly how it started. You were there at the beginning of the same road. You just had someone who grabbed your phone before the road ended. You find the old messages. You'd never deleted them. You'd buried them in a folder you never opened. A corner of your phone you treated like it didn't exist. You open the folder. You read everything. You see yourself at 12, typing back, earnest and trusting and completely unaware. You can see it now, the patience of it, the way it moved, one step at a time, each step small enough that the next step felt normal. Each request just slightly further than the last. You recognize the pattern because you lived through the beginning of it. You can see where it would have gone if your sister hadn't intervened. You can trace the shape of what almost happened to you and what definitely happened to Celeste. You read her messages. They start the same way yours did. The compliments, the special attention, the gentle escalation. Hers just kept going. Nobody stopped it. Nobody blocked the number. Nobody grabbed the phone and said no. You don't sleep well that night. The investigation unfolds publicly over the following months. Internet users pieced together a timeline before police had officially identified the body. Reddit posts, Discord screenshots, accounts from people in his inner circle. According to former members of the gaming server, he'd met Celeste in 2021 when she was 10. He added her to his private Discord. The relationship apparently became an open secret in certain groups. Thousands of messages from that year. People who saw it and said nothing or laughed it off as edgy humor. One streamer posted about it as a joke. Another person made a meme. The community knew. The community did nothing. He was mid-tour when the body was discovered. He canceled the remaining dates in September 2025. Then he vanished completely. No posts, no statements, nothing. Just silence for 7 months until the LAPD arrived at his gate in April 2026, and the video spread everywhere within hours. The shackles, the orange jumpsuit, the face giving nothing away to the cameras. The charges are serious. First-degree murder, continuous sexual abuse of a child under 14, unlawful mutilation of human remains, 3 special circumstance allegations, lying in wait, murder for financial gain, murder of a witness. The prosecution's theory is that she was going to expose the relationship. She had been with him since she was 10. 3 years. She was 14. She was angry. She was threatening to talk. His album was out. His tour was running. His career was the biggest it had ever been, and it was fragile in exactly the way she could make it shatter. So he made sure she couldn't say it. Blood evidence in his home matched her DNA. 40 terabytes of data recovered from his devices. Court filings mention a chainsaw. He was held without bail. You think about the photo you almost sent. The industry response is fast. Once the arrest goes public, YouTube suspends his account. Universal helps artists scrub collaborations from streaming platforms. Holly Humberstone removes her track. Damiano David re-releases his album with a solo recording where Burke's voice used to be. EA Sports removes his song from Madden without a statement. Epic Games issues refunds to Fortnite players who purchased items tied to his music. Everything gets stripped. Every credit, every feature, every trace. The industry is efficient at erasure once it decides to erase. You watch it all happen from a distance. The clinical speed of it. You don't say anything about it out loud. You keep it where you've kept everything about this, folded into the back of your mind, in the folder you pretended wasn't there. Your sister calls you the week of the arrest. She doesn't say, "I told you so." She doesn't say anything like that. She just asks if you're okay. You say you're fine. You hang up. You sit there in the quiet. You think about the messages. You think about the photo you almost sent. You think about a 13-year-old girl in a Discord server surrounded by thousands of messages, an open secret nobody named out loud. Your sister took your phone on a Tuesday in 2021. You cried for an hour in your room. You thought she had ruined something. Celeste was found in 2 cadaver bags inside the front trunk of a car. She was 14 years old. You still have your phone. You still have your face. You're still here.